Secrets of the dark maze, dark codes in the nighttime, information, gold lines, whispering in the spotlight, chatting through the late night, smart contracts are lying, auditing, vinifying, counters serve you in my ear, security we engineer, learn the truth, don't disappear. Crypto dreams and data streams. Listen close, it's closer than it seems. Fix the flaws, see through the smog. Counter serve will join the blog.
Hello and welcome to the Counter Surveil podcast. I am one of your hosts, Havoc, also called Hammer, here with Sledge and our special guest, Hard Hat. What's up,
the whole toolbox today?
Welcome to the cast.
We're a whole construction crew, as we were saying.
Right.
To rip some shit down, man.
We're just missing a clipboard. We need somebody named Clipboard.
Oh no, we already have a
Clipboard
whole thing
anywhere.
about Clippy.
Dude, it looks like you got
Hard
a
Hat.
spider on your head.
So Hard Hat, tell us the story about your hat.
So it has a lot of memories. Basically, I started taking apart old Cisco AirNet wireless access points, and they're actually functional antennas. And this is a Raspberry Pi that will one day be put to use with an SDR, and they'll all be chained together, doing all kinds of fun stuff. I do have like a Miss Flipper back here, but you can barely see it. I did give you one of those, right?
I think no,
Damn.
I don't think so.
I meant to.
I need to give you
but
the
yeah,
SDL for the Picatinny rail mount too.
That's got to be one of the coolest things I think you've made.
But anyways, your hat does cool shit. Got it. And we got to tell the fun story about how we met. Do you remember the first year we met? Because I do not.
I believe I was outside smoking a cigarette, and you came out and you had a book bag with a speaker in it. And we just clicked in. You handed me like a wooden coin. And I have a bunch of them. I have like probably 4 or 5 different wooden coins over the various years of meeting you, which was funny because when he came over to my house, I was like, dude, I'm telling you, you've known me for a while. And I start pulling out these different coins, and he's like, wow. So yeah, I don't really
I was
give
like,
you
no
that.
fucking way.
Yeah. I'm like, here, like I've got one from this year, I've got one from this year, I've got one from this year. Hell,
So,
I keep
what
one
do
in
you-
my coin collection here because I think you're pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty. That was touching. I loved that. Not as touching as the needles, but you know.
Oh. Man, that orange.
So
It's
I heard you guys got into some shenanigans at SaltCon. Something involving a hotel roof.
no.
Allegedly.
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 So we were on the
Satellite
balcony.
dishes.
We were on the balcony with our satellite dishes trying to pick up ghost signals, and we were trying to recompile some software. So we decided to take a walk, and we found the access door to the roof, and it was locked. So we're like, okay, we're gonna black
No, it
out
was
that
not
part of
locked.
the
It was
story,
open.
and we did. It was
It was-
locked. It was locked. We went back downstairs, and we had a conversation with the lady up front, and found out that hey, there's flooding going on upstairs. So then we're like, hey, let's go for a walk again, and then the door was unlocked. So then we just walk in, and then some young
Not only
lady
do we
yells
walk
at
in, we're rushing in. Like we're like barging in, like, yeah.
But
We
the
get
lady
mad.
yells at us, and we're like, okay, sorry. And we just politely leave. Next thing we know, it's 8 a.m. the next day. 2 cops are waking us up in our fucking bedroom. Like, hey, you guys need to leave.
They couldn't give us a real reason why we were being trespassed, though.
They told us it was for the smoke, but I heard through the grapevine it was because of that door being opened.
I heard it was something about a drone. I don't know.
I've also heard the drone too. It might be a combination of a bunch of things, but I don't know. Either way, it was fucking awesome.
Needless to say, we kind of took the younger crowd from the conference and we brought them under our wing, and we had probably 10 people in our hotel room at one point, and it's not Vegas, right?
Shenanigans happen.
Not Vegas. They're not used to this kind of stuff. So I think probably the noise had something to do with it more than anything, because there was a sign that said smoking is a $250 fee. It didn't say smoking was you get 86 from the hotel permanently. But
we even had that discussion too. Like, well, if we get in trouble for the smoke coming in from the balcony, we'll just pay the fee. Who cares?
Why was there smoke coming from the balcony?
Yeah.
I mean, what else is a balcony for at a hotel, right?
That's right. Well, that and receiving satellite signals and then flying drones around.
Very good.
What were we trying to do? Ghost signals or something?
We were trying to receive GOES satellite telemetry, but you were hell-bent on using Claude to roll your own tool.
Yeah.
And I was like, we could do this in 10 minutes with existing tools, and you were just so hell-bent on using
we can do
Claude.
it better.
To be fair,
An exploit, though.
pretty hard pressed.
I got it working today.
Pretty hard pressed to find a shittier GUI than what's in some of those OpenSDR tools, man. It's like, oh man, I remember trying to like.
Sharp.
Oh, so SDR Sharp is better than GNU Radio Companion GRC. Like trying to.
GNU Radio is incredible. If you use
spaceship.
Claude, GNU Radio is incredible if you use Claude with it to make your GRC files, and you can completely automate and make your own GUI for it. Absolutely incredible.
Yesterday, do you see they locked down Claude, like in terms of coding? When you go to do anything that's like even somewhat pen test related, the API spits back an error, tells you can't do it.
I noticed that this morning.
It's like the past 24 hours, they locked that shit down.
Yep.
Sledge, you remember at my house where I had you try to recreate some hilarious tradecraft, and
I got it working.
You had to downgrade the version of Claude, and it just started doing it though. It was just rolling with it.
Whatever works.
I got a little upset though, because I was like, I spent so long making that tradecraft in C by hand, and then it's just spitting it out. I'm like, that's hilarious.
So what was your overall take on SaltCon? My take is that was, out of the hundreds of conferences I've been to in the 20 years and the dozens I've spoken at, that was probably top 3. That was intimate, personal, and enlightening in all sorts of kinds of different ways. That was an amazing conference, and I hope we get the chance to do it again.
It made me really happy that it brought back the family reunion vibes.
Yep. The intimacy.
You know?
Show off the tat, Steve.
I can't.
We need to show off his performance at Hacker Jeopardy.
Oh, he did good.
We failed miserably. That wasn't my fault, though. I was giving the right answers, giving it to the guy in the middle, and the guy in the middle was giving it to the guy with the microphone. And the guy with the microphone was drunk as fuck and kept giving the wrong answer. I was like, dude, that's not what I said.
It's like a bad game of telephone.
If it was golf, we won.
You were not the only complaint that I heard about the buttons not being in sync, though.
Oh, yeah. The dude on the right, his button was working perfectly. Ours was never freaking clicking.
So did you guys bring back strippers to Hacker Jeopardy? Because that's what it's been missing, you know.
They didn't say no, but it did not happen.
Aww.
It's not Vegas.
It's not Vegas.
But
What
overall,
else?
the conference in itself, like, I got to meet some of my favorite speakers that did talks at DEF CON for years, and who in all of my circles I've never gotten to rub shoulders with. But I heard their voice. And I'm like, hey, are you so
I know you.
But I know you by your fucking voice.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. And then the dude that made the first portable laptop or computer or whatever, that guy was cool as shit.
I made a yearbook. Should I bring it? Should I go grab their yearbook?
You should grab that. That is
I'll grab it. I'll be right
priceless,
back.
dude.
And then there were two.
And then there were two. Hey, can you put the YouTube link in the comments? For some reason, I don't see it.
You want the YouTube link? Sure.
Yeah. I wanted to send it to somebody.
Fine. I mean, I put it in
Fine.
the chat. You've already got it, but I'll put it in the comments.
Just don't know where it is.
All right. Hold on. Copy link address.
Oh, there it is. Never mind. I see you put it in the other chat. I got you. Too many chats.
Too many chats, not enough time.
That's right.
Oh, dude. I wrote some cool scanner tools for GitHub using the API with Claude. What they do is they look for these supply chain attacks that are going on with like PyPy and NPM, and they look for the IOCs across the entire environment. So if anybody's like cloned one of those repos that's vulnerable, or if one of our repos has those IOCs in it, it just alerts on it. It's pretty cool shit. I run them every day.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
That's
man.
sweet. And then I basically reverse engineer. Well, I'm going to backtrack. I'm using certain things to do some cool stuff with the vendor's software. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
When they leave the API open, fun will be had.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is now like my most proudest object of hacker history.
Oh,
It's a
PFC or
copy of
GTFO. I've got that.
No, but look what he got.
Oh, you got it signed by multiple hackers. Hell yeah.
It was like this is now like the yearbook of SaltCon 1.
You know, there's a volume 2 of that.
Does it come with the gold binding?
Yes.
I need it.
You know all the ads in there, the old timey ads. This guy Spam, I know in New York. He's a Jewish guy, like very like wears the yarmulke and stuff. Really nice dude. He actually collected all of those ads and put them in there. Amazing that he was able to like have those old magazines where you could clip those ads and then get them to him. Really cool shit.
You're missing the coolest part of NackleCon.
The salt shakers?
Knackle horse.
Oh my god.
Sledge,
Yeah.
I tell you one year, it was the year I was like nuts at fucking DEF CON, but I took one of the beanbag chairs that they had and I brought it back to my hotel room with me. And a goon stops me. He's like, "Where are you going with that?" I'm like, "Oh, I actually won the auction for this at Hacker Jeopardy." He's like, "Oh, carry on." They never auctioned that off at Hacker Jeopardy.
Hey,
the Hackers for Charity auction. Sorry, I messed that up. Yeah.
do you have any of the salt shakers sitting next to you, or should I grab one?
I do.
I've got one like right here we can grab. But yeah, we had so many misprints and prototypes that failed that we put it in a bag and just threw it on the sticker table at the conference. And somebody threw it on the auction table and somebody actually bought it. And now they want more to bring out to other conferences. So we're going to see what happens with that.
Very cool.
And it is totally not for illicit substances at all. We do not recommend that.
This is smaller versions. Yeah, we got so this was the human ones.
You guys gotta put a nipple on that thing.
If anybody
Giggity.
is watching this and they didn't get one and they were there, let us know.
Yes.
We'll ship one out to you, but you had to be there.
I will mail you one, but you had to be there and have proof. Prove it.
Could you just send me one? I wasn't there.
Yeah,
maybe.
You're good. You're cool, dude. We got you.
Yeah,
but anybody else,
you don't get a staff one though. You can get a human.
That's fine.
These were the gold ones we did for the sponsors that spent a lot of money.
Nice.
Yeah. You should have seen. So I brought the 3D printer to the hotel.
It was in the Airbnb. We're just sitting there printing all fucking night.
Wait, were you guys at an Airbnb or at a hotel? The story keeps changing.
Yes. Both.
Yes. Honestly, our Airbnb looked like we were doing some kind of surveillance operation on the neighbors or something. It was hilarious.
It looked like NASA. The pictures are ridiculous. And then there's arcade machines and shit in the living room. I love that place. I gave him a great review.
No, she was super sweet. I loved her too. Getting my
if it wasn't so far away, I would have loved to stay there the whole time.
We probably wouldn't have got 86th.
Well, maybe after that one night.
You guys.
But the conference was amazing. The atmosphere was awesome. Everybody there was there wasn't really any major problems, right? Sledge, I mean, there was a couple.
Correct.
I mean,
there were a couple instances where somebody got a little too drunk and had to be escorted back to the room or whatever. Minor incidents like that, but overall, it went off without a hitch. Nothing to complain about. Like, it was overall fantastic.
Nice.
I mean, it was like me and one other person were doing security, and we're just walking around like there's nothing really to do. So I walk up to the lockpicking table and I'm like, yo, you want some help? So I go grab my big ass Pelican case and just drop it on the table. So I tripled his fucking lock stack.
You are such a tool.
Your mom's a tool. I don't even use Tool. I don't like that brand. Anyways.
I think we all might have some of each other's tools.
Probably. We have to unfuck that later.
Some new lockpicks.
We actually do have to unfuck that later. That is a problem. I have some of other guys' tools. I think you have some of his, and I have some.
Yeah, I lost my favorite Bogota at a conference. Somebody walked off with it. I was letting them use it to pick a lock, and they just took it and walked away.
All I said was keep an eye on this Peterson set. You do not let that out of your sight. That's all I care about. Because that's like a $700 set of tools.
Would you rather somebody walk off with it or turn it into a corkscrew?
Walk off with it.
That's
I wouldn't want to see that.
That's almost like the ask grabby question. Like, would you like to go first or last?
I had a set that was made out of like the titanium from airplanes at one point. That was pretty cool.
And then one guy I forget who it was. He just walks up and hands me a pack lock. Those things aren't cheap.
Yeah, that was our buddy from Switzerland.
Yeah, that was a Switzerland guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Switzerland.
I would say his name, but I don't know if that's kosher or not. So yeah.
Probably shouldn't.
Switzerland guy.
Switzerland guy, you know who you are. Kudos to you.
I used to be part of Tool when I lived in New York, back when they had a New York chapter before it fell to hell. And me and my buddy Click used to do the meetups there, and we had a blast, man. We had so many cool people. I had this chick, Tiffany / Quartermaster, had like a whole crew of people. We get together like every week for unofficial meetups. It was a really good group of people to be around. I miss those guys.
Yeah, the folks from Tool are pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of Deviant Olem, but like everybody else in Tool is pretty cool.
I'm going to agree with that statement. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
We can leave it there.
Let's leave it there. But we got a chance to play around with a bunch of different types of Alicia tools, and that was really cool because he's got this wall of locks, and then Bob and Alice also may or may have not have walked around different areas and tried out different other locks using those Alicias, and they're freaking awesome. If you get good at it, you can open almost anything with those in a couple seconds.
The decoding tool, Alicias, those are pretty fucking cool. I'll agree on that. If you, it doesn't take that long to learn how to use them either, compared to like picking.
The guy that
Technically,
designed
I'm just gonna rake everything though. I'm gonna take the Bogota and rake it.
I prefer single pin picking over everything. Maybe I'm a nerd. I don't know, but like, I like it.
Single pin is the way you're supposed to do it, but then you get assholes like me buying bump keys and shit.
So the wrapping or whatever you call it, when you just go with a single pin pick and you're basically bumping it just really quick with one pin or one pick, that was working for almost every lock on the table if you do it right.
I should have taken a picture of what you did to my McTickler.
Yeah, I borked that one from punching the wall on accident.
Oh, man. So we got some stories to talk about. Shit in the news. Starting with DuckDuckGo and Signal, who are firms centered, really care about privacy, and they're based in Canada, believe it or not, and they're talking about leaving Canada over this lawful access bill, which essentially is a bill the Canadian Parliament has passed that says you have to backdoor encryption, and if the government asks for stuff, you have to hand it over.
Are we doing this whole controversy again?
I mean, we do it. We did it here. We did it in states like California individually, and now it's entirety of Canada is going for it. So,
and then now I feel like there's backdoors and everything, and they just say it's not there, but it's probably there.
Well,
like there's rumors, theories, conspiracies, whatever. They even Signal's backdoor. Discord's obviously is like.
Discord has never made any assertion that they're using any type of encryption. They're not saying like we're encrypting your data.
Oh yeah, they law enforcement hand over fist every time. But I mean,
and then
when it comes to
WhatsApp
stuff like this, you have to think about the advent of quantum computing. So it's like they can image now.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
After what Google did, encryption doesn't matter anymore.
But I feel like there is backdoors in a lot of things that they just don't tell us about. I mean, if either of you guys have ever messed around at like the Ring 0 level of Intel ME, it's scary.
Management engine. Oh, we all know the management engine's a backdoor.
Yes,
that's well known for years. It's not even like the conspiracy theory guys are saying it. We got like everybody saying that. Don't trust it. I don't even install the driver for it. I don't want to give it any more access than we need.
The NSA has their own like custom version of Intel ME that basically is disabling Intel ME. So what does that tell you right there? But yeah, I mean, whenever you think about Ring 0 exploits like that, like Intel DCI, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the debugging interface, but you can bypass encryption on many modern systems just by enabling DCI in the BIOS and then plugging in a USB-A to USB-A cable, and now you have full access to the file system because you have control over the processor. You could do a memory dump, you could do whatever you want, and it's all through that management engine. We have a lot of backdoors that are just we're just accustomed to it, right? It's a cost of using the technology that we use today.
That reminds me of the time we found a broken Lime scooter, one of those e-scooter things, and you can connect to the UART ports over SSH, and you have access to everything. That was fun.
That's pretty cool.
But so these guys are actually trying to leave Canada because this new legislation.
Yeah. Signal and DuckDuckGo are among the firms that are weighing the Canada exit over the lawful access bill.
Good.
Interesting. I can need to look that.
Good.
I can put the article up. Just give me 1 sec here. Copy. I'm gonna pop that shit over here. Paste. Share.
So were either of you guys impacted by the Azure repos that were affected by that worm?
I wasn't affected, but I was pretty pissed because it was using PyPy now, but the ones before that were using NPM. So
the NPM one was interesting.
That was a dick. It was a dick move.
Yeah, our IR team is freaking out right now because we realized that we have like 1,300 developers that are accessing GitHub from unmanaged devices, so we have absolutely no way to tell anything.
Oh God, SBOM nightmare. Fuck it, roll with it.
There it
This
is.
is fine.
All right. So here's the article. Boosh. Add it to stage. Kill the stupid ad. So we got a growing number of tech companies and internet service providers are warning they could pull their services from Canada if the federal government's proposed lawful access legislation goes ahead, warning they could be forced to compromise users' privacy. Signals among the prominent platforms to threat, speaking out against Bill C-22, which will allow regulations requiring service providers to retain certain metadata up to a year and developers and develop capabilities in systems for police and Canadian security intelligence services to obtain that information for investigations. If we are forced to choose between betraying the people who rely on us and leaving the market, we will leave the market, said the co-founder of Signal. Signal as well.
That's awesome.
Signal, as well as the world's most powerful, widely used tech firms, including Apple and Google, have said the bill as written would require them to build or maintain capabilities that break or weaken encryption, effectively creating backdoors in those products. Such entryways could then be exploited by criminals, exposing retained metadata to wide-scale breaches. Effectively, the government, through its legislation, seeks to insert itself into the networks and devices of various providers. Michael Geist says, a professor at University of Ottawa, the concern that many providers have is they've got obligations to their customers. They've got basic standards they want to exercise with respect to the security of their systems using encryption and the like. They want to be able to provide assurances about privacy, and that becomes hard when you've got the government inserting itself into your systems. That's true, man. That's fucking true.
Yeah.
Also, VPN services are threatening to exit Canada as well, like NordVPN.
Well,
Dude,
we know they've been compromised anyways, right?
Dude, VPN services,
they're more than
Naomi Blackwell did a video. What if all these are honeypots?
Yeah.
Do something to think about.
Shameless plug for Molvad for not asking for any information.
$5 a month.
There you go. There you go.
Dude, I first heard of Molvad when they refused to give up somebody's data when they got a court order to do it. And it was like, yeah, I'm going to go with them.
This section sponsored by Molvad.
Oh, man. The roll your own VPN ad. Remember that? That was great.
Yep. I was thinking that too. It's like, where is it?
I don't think we have it anymore. It was on the old account.
Oh, yeah. Roll your own fucking VPN. Use WireGuard.
It's good shit. Let's see if I can find it.
Speaking of WireGuard, Tailscale impresses the hell out of me. If you guys haven't played with it, check it out.
Tailscale's cool.
Do you know the difference?
No, it's built on top of WireGuard. It's built on
it is built on WireGuard.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
WireGuard is a very special. It's its own protocol. I think it was developed by the government, if I'm remembering that correctly.
So Do you guys think
Oh,
that this
that's bitter
bill is
not.
actually going to pass, or do you think that the people are going to put pressure on them? Because I think the United States has tried to do similar things in the past with Apple, right?
I got it.
Oh,
And
you want to protect your precious data from the prying eyes of your ISP, the NSA, and your nosy neighbor? Well, good luck with that. But if you insist on not being a sheep, roll your own fucking VPN is the way to go. First, go buy a VPS. Don't worry, it's not like you're renting a server to host your illicit activities. Or are you? Then, install WireGuard. It's like setting up a secret underground bunker for your internet traffic, but without the risk of being raided by the feds. And the best part? You get to deal with all the fun of configuring your own VPN. Who needs user-friendly interfaces when you can spend hours debugging config files? Just generate some keys, set up your server and clients, and voila! You'll be encrypting your traffic like a pro. Or, like a script kiddie trying to hide their torrenting habits. So why pay for some overpriced VPN service that's just going to sell your data anyway? Roll your own fucking VPN. It's like DIY for your digital paranoia. Trust me, it's a blast. You'll be the envy of all your friends who are still using public Wi-Fi without a VPN. Losers, roll your own fucking VPN. Secure. Fast. Pain in the ass.
Which one of you nerds did that? That is hilarious.
I made that.
Dude, that's hilarious. Awesome job.
So we got more news bullshit.
but to his point, though, hard hat. Yeah, this was a huge thing in the States, and there's pros and cons to weigh here, right? So, like, the pros would be, sure, it helps law enforcement. The cons is like, yeah, it's violating your rights at the same time. So where do you find a middle ground?
Well, next we got nobody needs AI to search the internet, court says in ruling against Google. This was in Germany here. Potentially impacting all AI search engines and chatbots known to poorly paraphrase source links, a German court has ruled that Google's liable for false statements in AI overviews. The preliminary ruling came from a case flagged by the Decoder, where two publishers found Google's AI overviews incorrectly linked them to scams and other sketchy business practices. After smearing publishers by making affirmative statements like, yes, it is known for dubious business practices and often perceived as a scam, Google failed to correct the misleading output, even after the publishers sent them a cease and desist letter. So I never liked that Google added a freaking AI thing to the default when you do a search. I think it's kind of
It's annoying as shit sometimes.
It's not just annoying, but it's like, I just want to see the link. I don't want you to give me a summary of what I'm asking for and give me like your opinion on it. It's not what I'm looking for.
Then Microsoft is kind of doing the same thing with Windows 11 too. It's like, go away. I don't need you. Shut the fuck up.
You see, they were going to add ads into this freaking search, the Windows Explorer. Like when you go to like click the start button, get ads in there.
Well, nobody uses Explorer anyway, so it's fine.
So give it time. There will be malvertising campaigns to poison Google's
right.
language model.
That's right.
You can now get infected right from your start menu. No need to leave.
YOLO.
This one was pretty good. Switch this over to here. Flock leaked cops' license plate searches via DuckDuckGo and Bing.
Ooh.
So Flock, the automated, it's only like 80 of them, but still. Flock, the automated license plate
Flock
reader.
and A.
Flock and A. See, these are some examples. Flock safety search, and these were lookups of people's information, and it was publicly accessible through the cached version of these internet search links here. So you could click those and see what the cops had seen when they went there. I don't know how that got cached. That's just like, it's not a URL you could access without logging in, yet somehow it got cached. And they've had security.
Well,
in the
Some
past.
people have logged into the entire fucking system.
Well, they've had
From what I've
security
heard.
issues in the past where the individual IP addresses of the cameras were installed with default credentials. So, like admin would get you into one of those cameras, and then you could see all the data that was in there, and that was pretty fucked. There's an unusual data breach. The company that sometimes surveillance technology can leak in unexpected ways. Fucking pop-ups. Appears to be leaking tons of law enforcement vehicle queries and possible user data. Data publicly visible in search result URLs include license plate, state, number, make, model, car, identifier, such as window stickers, top rack, case number, and more. 404 Media performed some of the searches on DuckDuckGo and found multiple URLs include apparent license plates. The reason for the search, such as what appears to be a case number, or another says GTA for Grand Theft Auto. Great game. And other misleading things such as investigation. You know, fun shit.
Does it say how they found it on DuckDuckGo versus Google?
They probably asked Google to remove the results, but they didn't ask.
That's what I'm saying. It was probably like a Google dork, but on DuckDuckGo.
Or maybe the robots.txt. I don't know if DuckDuckGo is different with their bots than the Google bots, but I would be interested to know if you could tell if the police were investigating you based on that cache.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
It doesn't say in the article the specific search query that they used to get it. But still, the fact that you could search for it, not great. I mean, look, we could do a Google dork based on the screenshot alone. I mean, search.flocksafety.com.
Yeah.
So all in URL.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You know?
Yep.
Build that out pretty easy. Anyhow.
See if Claude will do it after the update today.
Dude, Claude's been a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Next we got Meta removes facial recognition code from the Ray-Ban smart glasses after Wired publishes an article exposing the code. So this goes like this. So you're going to paste this in here, hit enter, and then share this tab. Out of 13,000 AI-generated citations in Athens only. Is the wrong link. Well, we're going to skip over this article since I already got it up. Look at the AI. Meta shit. AI cameras find empty seats for not wearing seatbelts. Out of 13,000 AI-generated citations in Athens, only 400 survived human review. Yet officials are still calling the rollout a success, probably because most people don't challenge them and just pay the ticket, so they made a lot of money off of it. Pilot use of traffic cameras achieved a tiny 3% approval rate. Human officers reviewed 5,500 out of 13,000 cases and only approved 400. Besides legislative issues, AI can't properly identify phone or seatbelt usage. Speaking of not identifying phone usage, did you guys see that video of the girl with no hand getting pulled over for having talking on her cell phone when she didn't have a cell phone and she didn't have a hand? It was great.
No, I didn't see that one. But I can believe it.
It's good shit.
There was a
like, yeah, I pulled you over because you're talking on your phone on your right hand, and she's like, "What right hand?" She's a stump.
Did you guys see the video about the guy in Vegas who their AI software said that he was somebody that had been trespassed before, and then he even got locked up and went to jail? But he's like, "I've got a different name." Like, and they thought that he was using a false identity because they believed that over his documentation about himself.
Dude, terrible. You know, Walmart uses AI for trespassers, and if you're trespassing one Walmart, they will literally send the cops if you walk into any other Walmart in the country.
We might have to test this at the Marriott.
I was just thinking that, but they don't really have cameras.
They didn't.
Yeah, no,
So
this
this
is a
AI
terrifying precedent.
sucks
It's
for this use
It's a
case.
terrifying precedent. I mean, there are innocent people that are getting caught up in crimes that they had nothing to do with. I guarantee you, these people that are getting in Athens that are getting these seatbelt charges, they're like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I don't remember. That was like fucking 3 weeks ago. Excuse me, like maybe 3 weeks ago. I don't
Watch
remember
your
if I was
fucking
wearing a
mouth.
seatbelt. Hey, fuck the fucking fuckers before the fucking fuckers fuck you.
All right. We need to get our fuck counter up. Keep it going.
You guys see our fuck supercut our friend made? That was great. Afix made that for us.
Anyways, your point is great. Carry on.
It's just
All right.
It's terrible.
I was going to say, like, again, there's pros and cons to everything. There might be some use out of this, but in this case, I think there's more evil than good.
What's this about?
So
Meta?
this one, one day after Meta revealed that they embedded an unreleased facial recognition system into an app installed on more than 50 million phones, the company removed it, according to a Wired analysis of the latest code. The most
what the hell were they
version
doing with that?
Meta AI, which is the companion app for the smart glasses, the Meta smart glasses, strips out the unactivated software components that powered the system. Meta internally called name tag. The version published the day of Wired's report included several code libraries explicitly named for facial recognition. So essentially they were likely planning on not telling people that the glasses were going to be doing facial recognition on people, and just capturing that data, using it for whatever their purposes may be. But Wired caught them, and then they just deleted it. Didn't acknowledge
people
it.
tracking, kind of like the flock camera shit and all of that.
Yep.
Did you see a few months ago that there was some third-party contractor that they hired that was like seeing nude videos of the Meta glasses wearers, like
in India?
Yeah.
There's been several stories like that over the years.
Like the Roomba, like the vacuum thing.
Oh,
I think that was another one. Yeah.
And now some of the stuff you can do with Wi-Fi too, you could make out like human bodies and stuff.
And while we're on the topic of flock, I think you guys will like this one. So we got DFlock, an open source project mapping license plate readers.
I'm a contributor.
Nice.
Everybody sign up. It's free. If you see a flock camera, put it on there. We all deserve to know where they're at.
Amen.
We're going to partner with Ring, and then they did a Super Bowl ad, and that shit fell right through.
That was like the pet detection thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was terrible.
People are like, wait, if it can do that, can it track me too? And no shit.
Setting the stage. It's to save the pets. It's to save the pets.
It's for the doggies. It's for the kitties.
Building out the same shit that China's got, but doing it slower and more incompetently.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Who's that guy that did the he did a lot of research on hacking the flock cameras. He's got a YouTube channel. He just released a video on those Chinese robot dogs, and he had some pretty interesting exploits. And he also found a backdoor from China that is super sophisticated, and he's suggesting to people not to even update to remove the potential RCE bugs because it could make the malware harder to find and harder to disable.
Sounds about right.
You just got robot dogs taking over the city. No big deal.
It was in Atlanta, right near you. That's why I was asking.
I know.
Have you ever seen one of those robot dogs?
I think you and 3 other people were telling me about that, and I was like, I haven't seen one in person yet, but I hear all about it.
FBI seizes over a dozen websites it says were used by Chinese agents to recruit U.S. officials. By the way, whoever designed this website is retarded. You get this fucking whole that bullshit up here that will not go away. So federal authorities have seized over a dozen websites they say were used by suspected Chinese agents to recruit former and current American officials with security clearances. You know, if you want a hot Chinese girlfriend, you should just create a LinkedIn that you got a security clearance, you know?
Well, there's AI for that now, right?
Wait, what's the official term for that? Is it a honey trap?
Honey trap, yeah.
It's a trap.
So this one was doing fake job postings, you know, jobs for ex-military personnel, international affairs analysts. And, you know, people would apply to them. And during the interview, they, you know, you got to install the software to talk with the recruiter. And guess what the software is? It's a back door into your computer. So, you know, all that fun
and
shit.
then there's I don't know, is this a documented thing? Have you guys experienced like interviewing for a job and then it turns out that like it's obvious fraud? They're just trying to get your information.
I have not run into it myself, but I've heard stories from friends who have dealt with it.
I've dealt with it twice this month, just fucking around.
One of my buddies who I went to college with, he's a bit younger than me. He's a developer and full stack dev. And he went on a job interview and they wanted him to install like this custom IDE plugin for VS Code. And the thing was like total malware. And luckily he had good AV on his computer and it caught it. And then he just like exited, left the interview. But like the fact people are pulling that shit is fucked.
It's like, thank you, but fuck you.
That's how a lot of these supply chain attacks are happening now. It's just an extension
Correct.
on the marketplace in VS Code. You install the extension, gotcha.
Yep.
Now your whole repository's poisoned.
You're just fucked.
So copy fail. You guys familiar with this bullshit? This fucking Linux local privilege escalation vulnerability came out like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, fun shit. We're still tracking down systems and, you know, doing the mod probe thing for ones we can't push a new kernel to. It's not fun.
I raised the flag on that one at work. We don't use much Linux, but I was like, guys, you might want to look out for this.
Did you guys? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say my company's mostly Linux and Mac, so we had to deal with this.
Oh yeah, you should probably worry about it.
Did you guys see Nightmare Eclipse dropped a new BitLocker bypass earlier today on their custom hosted? It's like their own Git page because GitHub blocked
and then
them.
GitLab fucked them too.
Yeah.
Wait. We should post that link. I did not even know that happened today.
Yeah, there's a new BitLocker bypass that he just dropped like maybe 14 hours ago.
Oh,
Here,
shit.
I'll drop it right now.
Let's fucking go.
The ongoing dispute between Microsoft and an anonymous security researcher known as Nightmare Eclipse, also going by Chaotic Eclipse and Dead Eclipse, is one of the most volatile in public cybersecurity feuds in recent memory. For those of you who don't know, this conflict centers around a retaliatory full disclosure campaign where the researcher is bypassing traditional channels to drop severe unpatched Windows 0 days directly to the public. This happened because, one, Microsoft fucked them. So they have broken agreement. He's a bug bounty researcher. He had an account where he could submit bugs. There was a disagreement with one of the amount of money they were going to give him for one of the bugs that he had submitted. And then he was having another argument with them that they wouldn't take his bug because he didn't include a video of him doing the exploitation, but he included working POC. And then they killed his account. Like they turned it off, so he cannot submit bugs anymore. He claims that they made him homeless, left him with nothing, stabbed him in the back. And then their alleged threats, alleging the MSRC personnel explicitly told him, "We will ruin your life." So he's now been dropping these 0-day exploits which are pretty good ones. You got Blue Hammer and Red Sun. These are local privilege escalation flaws in Microsoft Defender. Yellow Key. It's a bypass for BitLocker full disk encryption.
Oh yeah, that was the Yellow Key guy. Okay.
Simply loading specific files on a USB drive, booting to the target computer in recovery mode. You have physical access and can entirely bypass the encryption. Green Plasma and Mini Plasma. These are LPE vulnerabilities that embarrassed Microsoft, relied on incomplete patches for an original flaw from Google's 0 Days project. Rogue Planet was a 0 day leaked in June, exploits a race condition in Defender to achieve system access. And then a real world impact, multiple exploits dropped have already been weaponized by cyber criminals and ransomware groups, landing on the CISA's known exploitable vulnerabilities catalog. So he's making Microsoft work since they fucked him. This is
actually a topic that I've been wanting to have with some other guests eventually, about how lately in the last probably 9 months, I've noticed bug bounties are just fucking people left and right. All those companies, they're just like, nope, fuck you, get out of here.
Well, so I've been through the same exact thing with Microsoft, where they want they want video evidence of so like you give them proof of concept code, you do this whole write up for them, and it has to be within their parameters of the write up, and it has to be. They make you go through their template. They make you, and then I did all this stuff and I put all this work into it, only for them to tell me, oh yeah, that's a feature, not a bug. So I released the same proof of concept that I sent to them. I put that on my GitHub. Have fun, everybody.
We did that for Unify last month on the show.
Sledge, I sent you the proof of concept for Great XML, which is the new BitLocker bypass. It won't post here for whatever reason, but you got it.
I'm in a bug bounty Discord, and one of the guys who runs it, he had a 0 day remote code execution on any system running HA proxy. HA proxy is fucking huge, right? And he reached out to them and submitted it properly, and they rejected it. And they said it was not a issue of concern. He releases it publicly. They get embarrassed and try to sue him. They say that since you participated in our bug bounty program, you agreed that when you agreed to the terms and conditions, which is any bug that you disclose to us, you cannot release publicly. And he's like, yeah, but you guys didn't accept the bug, so therefore, what's the issue?
That's horrible. I mean, that is just absolutely shameful, especially when somebody tried to go through the normal channels to responsibly disclose it to them. I mean, that's reprehensible to turn around and sue them because you didn't accept the vulnerability and then they released the code and then now it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shit happens all the time.
I found a thing in Facebook to where you could, let's say somebody blocks you, right? I found a way to unblock yourself to see everything that the person who blocked you is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I recorded a video and everything. Sent them a write-up, went through the right channels, and then all I got back was, that's a feature, not a bug. And the next day it was fixed.
Was that the view as thing, or you could view a page of somebody else?
Similar, but not quite. This was older than that.
Facebook had an issue recently where they have a chat bot that's used for Instagram support. And somebody figured out that you could prompt inject this thing and just tell it to reset the password to somebody else, but send the password reset link to your email. Yeah.
Okay.
Those chat bots, they really just want to be helpful.
They are helpful.
In before the story of Clippy. Oh yeah, I've been watching the comments. Whatever.
Well, this is like shooting the messenger, Industry experts noting the ban of researchers from MSRC and GitHub makes it structurally impossible for them to report bugs responsibly now. So of course they're going to do shit like this, you know? And then flawed patching culture. Like if the dispute has reigned a wider debate about how tech giants treat the independent research community, many sharing parallel stories of Microsoft quietly fixing bugs without paying out bounties or giving any credit. And then the corporate ego versus public safety debate, where critics are arguing like Microsoft's public anger and threats of prosecution are a dangerous pivot towards protecting corporate image over collective cyber defense, leaving millions of Windows Enterprise users vulnerable while the vendor scrambles to write patches. These are the things we're dealing with now because of, you know, children, adult children.
If bug bounty programs are going to be a bunch of bitches, you're going to start having people dropping 0 days for clout or selling it to the government or whatever, some random company.
Going fucking Zero-Diem.
Profiting off of it.
You guys know Zero-Diem and like other exploit marketplaces, you know, go there and sell it for a lot of money.
Yep.
A zero-click exploit on Apple or Android will get you a lot of money.
That's like $1 million.
Yeah, buddy.
Zero click. Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, Claude.
Oh, and what are they called? That fucking NSO group got caught trying to do some SMS attack against one of the companies recently. I forget which company, but they got caught red-handed doing it, and they don't even deny it. They're it's like, the fuck.
It caught us. Our bad.
But what's sad is that it's a retrogression, right? We just went to a conference about the history of hacking, right? And I remember in the days where it was always a threat to your personal safety to try to report a bug.
Yes.
It's really sad that we're getting back to that. I'm in the responsible disclosure process right now with Zebra, and it's hilarious because if you go to their bug bounty program, it's only for their web apps and their APIs and stuff. Nothing to do about their hardware itself. So if you're trying to report a bug for their hardware, and you try to message like PSIRT at Zebra, nothing. Security at Zebra, nothing.
And I bet
it's like an act of God getting a hold of anybody.
And if you report that, they're probably going to cite that law from what, 98? To where like you. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Try to sue you back. Wouldn't that be a hoot?
It's sad. It's really sad when industries or, you know, companies decide to take that path of.
It kills the motivation to make things better. Now it just increases the motivation to be evil.
Like, just give the guy his CVE. I'm sure he'll be happy. You don't even have to pay him. Just give him the CVE. He'll be happy.
Yeah, the CVE, yeah, he'd be happy.
But you saw that he defunded the department that creates the CVEs at like it's not CISO, the related agency. Yeah, MITRE. Like they cut their funding and then expect them to still like produce the CVE research. And like I remember like 2 weeks after that happened, like if you use OpenCVE, like it's got a list of all the CVEs that have come out recently, and like the number just dropped dramatically for like a month of like things coming out, you know. And it picked back up. I guess they found funding, you know, but like the fact that it's bottlenecked there, you know, it's kind of crazy.
That also opens up another can of worms, but go ahead, Hardhat.
I was going to say it should probably be like a coalition of some of the largest like computing manufacturers out there that have like a committee, if you will, instead of some publicly funded thing that's based on tax dollars, and if it doesn't get its funding, it doesn't happen. Like it needs to happen.
But then you have a monopoly, and they could just sit on back doors and profit off of that too.
Well, a lot of those guys are a lot of those industries, a lot of those companies are already approved to do their own submissions.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah.
Maybe take it out of the government.
Think it out loud.
Yeah.
I believe everything should be private sector. Fuck the government.
Zero
Anyways.
DM is gone. I didn't realize that. It's been gone for a year.
What's
What was?
Zero DM. They were one of the biggest marketplaces for selling exploits. Like you get an Android exploit for zero click would be like $2.5 million would have been on there. You know,
It's gone.
Okay.
in January 2025, they disabled their website and replaced it with a single page containing their PGP key.
Let's
went
spin up a
private.
honeypot real quick and say it's back.
You mean like the leaks marketplaces that keep disappearing and coming back under a different name with anime pictures?
And then out of nowhere, you get the big old
I wouldn't want them
FBI
to
warning
raid
picture.
those forums.
It would be really interesting to see their customer list, though.
Yes. Kind of like the Ashley Madison dump.
Dude, every time I'm doing an external pen test and I'm looking at people's email addresses, every man in their 40s to 50s they always show up in the Ashley Madison.
Use dehashed. Dehashed is fun.
Yep. Makes things a little easier for you.
It's okay. I like the MPD breach better myself.
I'm on there.
That's the NPD breach. Everybody's on that.
Exactly.
Lucky's friend gave us access to that because he had, dumped it into a database with a web interface for us to search.
I
That was
downloaded the torrent somewhere. I just don't have a good way to look through it yet.
If you still
that
have
web interface you're
that
referring to
NPD
is
zip
different.
file, I'll take it off your hands. I could index that for you.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Yeah, I have it on a
Kinda
hard
wanna
drive,
use-
but I moved like twice, and all my shit's everywhere.
I want to use that tool we were talking about with the Moloch that he wrote for Bishop Fox to
Oh, yeah.
index
What color
and sort
bracelets
through
do you
data.
guys like to wear?
Whatever color I have. This is my pool one. I get in the pool with this.
I don't like silver bracelets, so I don't want to talk about this.
You mean like the ones that say diabetic?
You talking about these?
Oh, I don't wear those. I have a key for those.
I
have a
don't
plastic
need
key
to open it.
Yo, it is pretty crazy how like you could be in our field. We have the ability to say, okay, we're doing this for research purposes, but if you weren't actually working in our field, that would be an absolute liability to be in possession of any of those.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just
Allegedly.
be.
I guess it depends on intent, right? They have to prove intent.
Just put some fuzzy things on it.
There you go.
Electrical tape. Call it a day.
But
Well, we're at an hour. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm good to go when you guys are. I had fun.
Well, Hard Hat, thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Maybe have you on another time or something. We'll see what happens.
cheers, boys.
So
Yours.
Peace
care.
out, y'all.
Peace and chicken grease.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.